Good morning, students of class 7th. Today we are moving forward in the lesson 2 and we have the second topic of the lesson. Earlier we came to know about the 5 kingdom classification, and in that the first kingdom was Monera. So we are going to learn about Monera today. The spelling of Monera, M-O-N-E-R-A. Monerans are very tiny unicellular prokaryotic organisms. They are single cell. Prokaryotic means, pro means beginning, and karyotic is word is taken from the word nucleus. So here the nucleus is in the beginning stage, means it is not fully formed with a nuclear membrane or nucleosome, but it is simply genetic matter lying in cytoplasm. Such a nucleus is called as incipient nucleus. You can see the nucleoid here. It's only made of genetic matter, DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. There is absence of cell organelles. You will not find organelles like mitochondria, plastics, endoplasmic reticulum inside Moneran cells. Okay. Then they may be autotrophic, like blue-green algae, which can make their own food through photosynthesis, cyanobacteria. Okay. Or they are heterotrophic. Most of them are heterotrophic, and one of them is bacteria, which is parasitic, taking food from living beings. Some may be saprophytic, taking food from dead matter, and some may even show symbiotic relationship, a friendly relation between two organisms. So mode of nutrition may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. Examples are bacteria, the smallest cells from which life originated, very small in size, from 2 microns to about 10 microns in size. And then there may be mycoplasma. These are infectious agents like PPLO. You will learn about them in higher classes more. And of course there are blue-green algae or cyanobacteria in this group of Monera. Now we study in detail one of the members of Monera, bacteria. A structure of bacterium cell, it is made up of cell wall and cell membrane, but in some cases cell wall may be missing, and this cell wall is made up of a peptidoglycan, a carbohydrate-like structure, but it is not made up of cellulose as in plants. Then there is a cell membrane, cytoplasm as in normal cells, but some of the bacteria may have an extra protective structure in the form of capsule. This protects them especially from acids and alkalis of other living agents, mostly in parasitic bacteria. Then they have a locomotory structure called as flagellum. Some sensory structures called pila are embedded in their capsule wall. They have ribosomes inside them to synthesize proteins. And there is the nucleoid or incipient nucleus. So that's the structure of a bacterium cell. Some of these structures may be missing in other bacterial cells like capsule, pili, flagellum. Okay. Then we come to the shapes of bacterial cells. Bacterial cells are very tiny and they have mostly 4 different shapes. The first shape is cocci, round shaped, spherical shaped bacteria. Then we have spirilla, spiral shaped, twisted like a spiral. Then we have bacilli, rod shaped bacteria, long rectangular shaped, and of course we have vibrio, which are comma shaped bacteria. Later on, we move to the economic importance of bacteria. Economic importance of bacteria is due to their uses, which have multiple uses in the human life, as well as the harms they cause. So the uses of bacteria involve in medicines first. Bacterial cells are used to synthesize many medicines for human consumption especially. They are used to make antibiotics like streptomycin, chloreomycin, which helps to cure many important bacterial diseases. Serums are made from bacterial cells. The serums have antibodies to protect us from infections. Vaccines are made from bacterial cells to protect from, again, infectious diseases. They cause production of antibodies in our body. Certain bacteria living in the gut of human beings are helpful in synthesizing vitamins like B complex and K. Vitamin B complex and K. Then in cattle, those which eat herbivorous animals, these bacteria, good bacteria which are called as, they help in digesting cellulose. And that's why cattle can feed upon grasses and plants. Then bacteria has multiple uses in industry. It is used to manufacture many important solvents and reagents. Like the main use of bacteria which we have come to know is making curd. Lactobacillus helps to make curd from milk. Then in industry it is found uses in curing of tobacco leaves, tea leaves, and in cheese by the process of fermentation. Bacteria can, especially anaerobic bacteria, can react with carbohydrates in the food source and release alcohol and carbon dioxide. This basic process has found many uses in industry. They are used to make alcohol, vinegar, acetic acid, acetone. Then they are used to make biogas. In a biogas plant, it is anaerobic bacteria lying in the digester tank that digests the animal waste, plant waste, and releases biogas, which is an important clean fuel, clean and cheap fuel, and the sludge or the matter left after the action of bacteria can be dried and used as manure in agricultural field. So it has uses in agriculture also by providing manure, and as well as bacteria play an important role in nitrogen cycle and help plants to get nitrogen from atmosphere. This nitrogen in the soil is fixed by free living bacteria in the soil and in bacteria living in the roots as symbiotic relations. So these bacteria help to convert nitrogen into nitrates and nitrites by the process of nitrification, as rhizobium bacteria living in symbiotic relationships in leguminous plants. And another process which may be involved is denitrification, in which nitrates and nitrites are broken down to release nitrogen gas back into the atmosphere. So these two processes balance nitrogen cycle in the environment and help plants to get nitrogen to obtain proteins, plant proteins. Then we have harmful uses of bacteria. Bacteria are dangerous, pathogenic because they cause diseases like typhoid, cholera, tuberculosis. Vibrio cholera causes cholera. Okay, and there are other bacteria which cause many dangerous diseases. Bacillus anthracis is causing anthrax. Then bacteria, due to their anaerobic respiration, may spoil many food items like pickles, jams, dough, and other cooked food or canned food items, and may cause food poisoning. A bacteria called Salmonella causes food poisoning, which is very lethal for if consumed by humans. They also spoil other articles like leather goods, clothes, paper. Then, because of their saprophytic action, then bacteria are being potentially portrayed as bioweapons. They may be used to kill humankind by releasing bacteria into the enemy. Many people can die after being contaminated by bacteria like Bacillus anthracis. Anthrax is a dangerous disease and it may kill lots of humans and animals as well. So this is about Monera. You can study it more in detail through various videos also. That's all for today. Have a good day.